How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you can see from the title, today's video, I'm changing my wheel hub. The reason for this is I've got a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is the locator screw where it goes through the disc into the hub to keep the disc in place. That's been drilled out in the past, so I've never been able to have a screw to put in. And obviously, you know what it's like when you're trying to put your wheel on and line it up to get the bolts in. The disc will move or something will move, and it's always been a little pet hate of mine. So I thought I'd get another hub to chuck on. Also, I suspect my wheel bearing's on its way. However, I'm not too sure. It's either wheel bearing or drive shaft. So I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone. Spoke to the guys at JJ VXR Parts and got a second-hand hub off a low mileage Corsa VXR off them. So I'm going to bring you guys along for the journey like I always do, and fit in the new hub and explain what sort of size sockets you'll need and how to do it if it's something you want to do yourself and not pay a garage. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, guys. It's like I said, it's gonna be another maintenance one. I seem to do a lot of maintenance to the car at the minute, but these things happen. As much as I'd love to spend money on modifications and making the car faster or whatever, sometimes you just need to throw some money at the maintenance side of things as well. So let's go. Obviously, first thing, guys, you want to jack up your car now. I have to use this bit of wood every single time I want to jack my car up. As you've got a few guys run low cars, you know what it's like. Actually, Ash from Masters Mods made me this. So basically, it's like 3 pieces of wood shortened together to make a ramp. So drive the car up there to get the car high enough so I can get the jack under and obviously jack the car up. Obviously, before you jack the car up, make sure you crack all your wheel bolts first. So otherwise you're in a lot of trouble if you jack your car up in the air and you can't undo the wheel bolts. So crack them on the floor and then obviously undo them when the car's up in the air. Right, guys, car's obviously all jacked up. I've got the axle stand and the jack on it as well, just to be double safe. The sizes you're going to need are, these are an 18mm for these suspension ones here. This one here for your trap rod end is a 17mm, and then your pinch bolt, which is behind here, is a 15mm. So you need a spanner and a socket for both sides. Obviously just a socket on that one, and then a spanner and a socket for these top two here. And this big hub nut here, that's a 32mm. That's what you'll need for that. However, I'm going to have to wait till Ash comes and presses a brake for me so I can crack this off, obviously allowing me then to take everything apart. So I'm going to start cracking off these now, these two here, crack off this one, loosen this one here, and then just wait for Ash so I can start taking the brake assembly off. So you need to take the brake caliper off, your discs off, move everything out the way, and then that provides you obviously room then to pull the hub off. So that's the plan anyway. So I'm going to crack on with that now, crack these two off, crack that one off, crack the pinch bolt off, and then we'll go from there. Just bear in mind, guys, your suspension bolts and stuff, obviously I've had mine off several times, so it's not too tight, but if yours is the first time, bear in mind it's going to be quite tough. So you need to, obviously for the suspension, you need a hand to obviously hold it. Right. Got that around. Yeah, we need a bigger bar on that, guys. Even though I've had it off before, it's been tight as fuck. Right. Oh. That was tight. James, if you're watching this, I'm blaming you because you've done these up. Missed it over tighten. Cracked. Well, guys, as things happen, I thought it was a 32. Nope. I'm guessing it's a 34. Oh, I don't think I've got one of them, so To be continued. I need to try and get a 34mm socket from somewhere. Right then, I'm just waiting for Ash from Masters Mods to come and take me to Halford to get me a 34mm socket, because I don't have one. It's the only sort of option I've got, so I can get the hub nut. I've also noticed when I was taking apart my new hub, I forgot about the ABS sensor, so I've just squared that on mine with WD-40. Failing that, I'll have to unclip it off the car itself, and obviously reuse the one that's on it. But you know, obviously ideally, obviously once all the discs and that's all out of the way, it'll make life easier for me. And if you guys can really see it, it's just there. Well, you can't really see it, it's a bit too dark, but obviously the line goes all around here, up through here, and then the plug's there, so it's covered in crud and stuff like that. So I imagine trying to unclip that off is going to be a bit of a headache, so it makes more sense just to crack it off this one and then just basically put it on my new one. So I'm guessing that's the ABS sensor, I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, these things are never straightforward, are they, guys? So until I get the 34mm socket, I can't really do it. I'm stuck at the minute. I've also noticed I made a bit of a rookie mistake as well. Obviously on this suspension, the camber's adjustable. I should have marked where the camber was, so it's going to have to be a bit of trial and error now to get the camber set up right again. Oh god, these things are sent to testers, and they go. So I'll update as soon as I get the socket, and then once I can get the nut cracked, and then we'll go from there. Right then, guys, a bit of a sit rep. I didn't film everything because James came down and gave me a big hand, because he had all the sockets ready anyway. Basically, the center, it's not a 34, it's a 36. So bear that in mind, guys, for when you ever want to change your hub. It's a 36mm, the center one for the drive shaft. Managed to get it all off. In the end, I ended up reusing the ABS line that they gave me because I couldn't get it out of the hub, so I just basically unplugged it out of there and just obviously swapped it around. But the main thing, I didn't realise that my bearing was this bad, guys. But if you can hear that, I honestly didn't realise it was that bad. So yeah, if your bearing sound, your hub sounds like that when you spin it, your bearing is absolutely knackered. So thankfully the one that's on it now is fine. So I'm literally just putting everything up now, guys, to put everything together, tighten everything up, torque everything up to the torque specs, and hopefully, only problem, I'm going to have to buy the little bolt that screws into the disc, because it didn't come with one, so I'm going to have to buy one anyway. But at least the thread's there now, so I can buy one and just screw it in. It'll take me about 5 minutes. I done up sort of in the way I thought how the camber should be, because there was like a shiny bit on the actual arm itself. So I basically lined that up to where it was, and hopefully the camber should be right. But failing that, I'll just mess around with it until I can get it by eye. But yeah, so I can't believe the bearing on that. I honestly didn't think, I really didn't think it was that bad, because it wasn't whining. I was getting donk 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 when I leant on this corner. So I initially thought if it's donking, it's going to be drive shaft, but thankfully it was just, well, I assume it's a bearing. Listening to that, that's absolutely knackered. So yeah, so that's how this one goes. So I'm going to put everything back together now, take it out for road test, should be alright. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, if you want to see further content on the Corsa, and I'll see you on the next one.